Pillars for an excellent marriage. Today we look at the things that make a man live. We have been seeing marriages falling apart. And when we want to understand why did that marriage specifically fail to blossom and flourish, we come with so many theories. And we will discuss about the certificate of divorce, why divorces are so many, both tangible divorces and spiritual divorces, whereby you are in the marriage but you are not connected. Things that would make a man live. Number one is lack of communication. If you have noted in this new series, communication is becoming the primary factor in every discussion. Men are creatures made to hear. And actually, Paul said in Romans 10 that the faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. And if you look at so many women, they say a woman is kept by conversation, because the way to the emotional sentence is hearing. What about the man? That his way is seeing and touching. But now, bring these two people, a wife and a husband, and remove communication. That you see, even a wife, when she's going through something, she thinks like her husband is a magician. He can scan what she is thinking and interpret the mood swings and all that. Lack of communication. Communication is the backbone of every relationship. Even in a career, in a business. If a customer comes and you're an entrepreneur and you don't know how to speak, you will be selling your merchandise to yourself. Communication, lack of communication can make a man quit a relationship. There is no engagement. There is no affirmation. There is no transparency. There are only half-truths or lies. Remember, we are speaking today about what makes a man live. Number two is feeling unheard. Feeling unheard. A marriage in which the man feels like nobody is paying attention, or no one comprehends him. This man, in most cases, they shut up and they close down. And you notice there are those men who persevere, but there are those men who are abrasive. They just walk away. Feeling of unheard. Every time you tell someone about a matter, they interpret it in their own version. Your own intentions are not given space for digestion. Feeling unheard. Number three is intimacy issues. If you want your marriage to end, and this is what make many believers' marriages to fail, because many believers who are born again, especially women, they think intimacy is ungodly. If they don't think so, they perceive. That is why they don't invest in quality intimacy. That is why you notice many marriages of born again women, their husbands, whether those husbands are born again or not, they are struggling with the issue of side chick. And this is a reality in our society. Why? Because once a wife withdraws intimacy, because of whatever reasons, prayers, fasting always, headache, backbone, excuses, and cleanliness, whatever you use to make sure that intimacy is not served, that man has a potential of living even without making any announcement. Something else is infidelity and betrayal. Go and betray a man, betray his trust, or he catches you. Actually, the Bible confirms that whatever should make a man give a woman certificate of divorce is marital unfaithfulness. That one is open-ended. Loss of trust. If a man trusts you, not only in the area of fidelity, but even in the area of confidentiality, keeping a man's secrets, and then you go and you leak his information that are private and very confidential. The moment you do that, trust is broken. And if a man cannot trust you, then you become a source of his fear. And he lives with a feeling of being under threat and intimidation. And that person expresses the feelings of insecurity, feels as if his life is not guaranteed. Loss of trust is enough to make a man go completely. Financial strain and stress. There are men, the moment they cannot provide for their families, that the man cannot provide for you adequately, food, shelter, and clothing, and your maintenance, even of those of children, putting them in a classroom. There are men, instead of committing suicide, they prefer to walk away. Maybe until when they will become financially stable. And many people do not understand, because man, the way they handle stress is different from a woman. A man who cannot feed his own family, he feels as if he is worthless, and as if he is useless, and as if he is unwanted. Even if you try to encourage him, a man in financial stress, he's a dangerous man. Yes, that man feels as if he does not exist. Something else is mental health or depression and anxiety. Mental health issues, stress, depression, anxiety, panicking. A man who is psychologically unstable, either because you are toxic or because he has things he is handling and his mind capacity is not in a position to handle that. He is overwhelmed and subdued by that. Most of the men quit. Not because they don't love you, but because they are not, we normally say peace is paramount. Instead of becoming insane, or instead of developing migraine headache or tumor in the head, you choose health. Instead of marriage, you choose health. Incompatibility and changing values. When you and your wife and your husband, you are not compatible. You are not agreeing, or you are not being in him. The two shall become one flesh. If that is not happening, every time you are changing values and beliefs, most of men find it not occurring very well with them. Something else is different life goals. Yes, if your goals and my goals, your ambition and my ambitions, they are contradicting. That is a power struggle and a competition. Many men are not creatures of competition. They quit. Like me, I just withdrew. Something else is lack of shared interests. Something else that will make a man go away is abuse and neglect. When you neglect a man, or you manipulate him, or abuse him, and all that man, chances of going are very high. And disrespect, that one is the biggest. A man feeds on respect, submission, and honor. Where disrespect is, that man's chances of quitting are so high.